Inside Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom's painful breakup. How criticism, career struggles, and space dreams tore them apart. It seemed like a fairy tale romance destined to defy the odds. The global pop superstar Katy Perry and the charming Hollywood actor Orlando Bloom. Over the years, fans watched them share sweet moments on red carpets, embrace parenthood with the birth of their daughter Daisy, and support each other's creative ventures. But behind the glamour, there were cracks forming. Cracks that deepened until, ultimately, the couple could no longer keep their love afloat. According to reports, Perry, now 40, and Bloom, 48, tried multiple times to salvage their relationship. Insiders say they faced several challenges throughout their time together, and while both were deeply committed, the hurdles proved too great. One of the most difficult issues was Bloom's reportedly flirtatious nature. Though it might have seemed harmless from the outside, it added an undercurrent of tension that was hard for Perry to ignore. In a world already filled with public scrutiny, private doubts can easily spiral into something much bigger. Yet, the strain went beyond personal dynamics. Perry's career, once marked by chart-topping hits and sold-out tours, hit an unexpectedly rocky patch. Her latest album, 143, failed to resonate as strongly with fans and critics alike, drawing significant criticism and dampening the excitement surrounding her Lifetime's world tour. For an artist who built her image on empowerment and high-energy pop anthems, the harsh reception was a painful blow. As Perry faced this career turbulence, she found herself increasingly in need of support at home. According to sources close to the couple, Bloom initially tried to be there for her, offering words of comfort and encouragement. But over time, the relentless negativity Perry encountered began to weigh on their relationship. One insider revealed, "Katy's strong, but she was very rattled by the criticism." Orlando was sympathetic to a point, but he grew tired of having to constantly console her. The rift widened further after Perry's highly publicized trip to space with Blue Origin. What was meant to be an empowering, once-in-a-lifetime experience turned into a lightning rod for criticism. Fans and commentators questioned the environmental impact and the perceived extravagance of the space flight. Bloom, according to the same source, thought the trip was a bad idea from the start. The trolling she endured during that time was on another level, and that pressure bled into her home life with Orlando, the insider added. As the months passed, the pressure built up, transforming into frequent arguments and emotional distance. Katy and Orlando were both so tightly wound, the source said. They started to bicker and it got worse and worse over time. It became borderline toxic. In the end, despite their love and shared history, they made the painful choice to part ways. For Perry, this breakup comes at a particularly vulnerable moment. The backlash surrounding 143, combined with the fallout from her space flight, has forced her to confront the delicate balance between ambition and personal happiness. Meanwhile, Bloom, who has long juggled fame with his own share of controversy, may have hoped for a calmer domestic life than what their last few years together offered. Their story is a stark reminder that fame doesn't shield anyone from heartbreak or the weight of public criticism. Even the most glamorous relationships are built on fragile human foundations, and when external pressures collide with personal struggles, the cracks can become impossible to mend. While fans mourn the end of a romance that once seemed so promising, those close to Perry and Bloom suggest that, ultimately, this decision was about self-preservation. Love can lift people up, but when it becomes overshadowed by stress and hurt, stepping away is sometimes the only path forward. As they each navigate the next chapter of their lives, it remains to be seen how Perry will redefine her career and how Bloom will move forward as both an actor and a father. What is clear, however, is that behind the headlines and paparazzi photos, there were two people simply trying, and failing, to make it work in an unforgiving spotlight. And perhaps that's the most human story of all.